You see, in the story, Jesus had already come. He was already from above. He had, if you like, received that aboveness before he came. It's the literalism. But Gnostically, he'd received it at baptism with John the Baptist. He was just devoted to God, loving God. And that love propelled him out onto his mission, caring for us in the story. He goes through temptation in the wilderness. But when he's finished the work he came to do, he chooses crucifixion to leave. Not some samadhi, sitting in meditation and simply stopping the breath and passing into the next world. He chose to go via crucifixion. I mean, how many gurus choose that? Why? Empathy. Wanted you to know that he truly is listening to your suffering. He knows it. Knows the reality of it. It's his way of telling you, I love you through your suffering. I am there with you. We see a good man suffering. That's how you see yourself. A good person wrongly condemned. Or rightly condemned, but wrongly not rescued. Because we should all rescue. That's why we're sent, to rescue. We are all sent to rescue. And it's in our loving kindness that we find God. So Jesus in the story chooses, despite having already been rescued by his devotion to God, his love of God, chooses to go through the other experience as well, of loving and being betrayed, condemned unjustly, and still loving. So the Jesus story reaches those who have earnestly loved the wrong object of love. They have been devoted to something less than God. Could be science, could be beauty in this world, could be truth in this world. Could be wisdom in this world. But the world's wisdom and beauty and truth is all with change and uncertainty. What we really should have been loving is God. So we suffer loss accordingly and despair. such that we identify with the story of the crucifixion. We ignore the teaching that came before in the Jesus story, but we're powerfully affected by the notion of a good man misunderstood, condemned and mistreated, because that's what we feel we're experiencing. And he comes to us in our need by his being crucified in the story, unjustly, tragically. And that speaks to us. And the sacrifice blood thing is just to make sure we're convinced that he truly went through it in the story for us. So we love him to bits. And it's that love and gratitude that gets us into heaven. Our eternal devotion to him. And you could say, but you could have had it simply by loving God in the first place. Yes. But we're children. We love the toys and the wrapping. We love the messenger. Instead of the gift he brings, which is the love of God. So he chooses crucifixion to meet you on your ground. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Dad. The point is, it's a story that manages to tell you very clearly of the possibility of God loving you. And if this is what you value accordingly, then accordingly you come. Bless you, and you are blessed. You come through love too. By any means I will win them, but win them I will, for they need me. And in truth, I need them. Love you. Thank you, Dad. Well, this is to say then that our religions are extremely imperfect. They're just stories. They're legends. They're dressed with uncertainty. Of course, we're in the universe of uncertainty. If it were not so, you could not choose to follow Jesus. You would be compelled of necessity to conform to the Jesus story. You would never grow up, never be safe in eternity. The ancient wisdom is very simple. The God that loves us. That's what the people needed. That's what God has given them. In his love,